The Central Board of Secondary Education is in the middle of conducting a 3-tier test for selection of teachers for various subjects, and recently the answer key for the Tier 2 examination has been published by them. In this video, I am going to address a particular question asked in the TGT English Tier 2 examination, regarding which everyone seems to be in agreement that the given answer for that particular question in the answer key is incorrect. And the question I am talking about is on the screen. Of course, there are other questions that are disputed, but none of those are as interesting as this one. Let me read out the question. Identify the part of speech of the underlined expression in the given sentence. They moved to the rally venue soon after, and 4 options are given. Most of the candidates seem to agree that the answer must be adverb. And they are not wrong, because according to traditional grammar books, it is indeed an adverb. Many people have challenged this question, and the answer key is most likely to be changed in the favor of adverb. So if you are only concerned about the answer key, you need not worry. But if you are someone who is intrigued by the murky depths of English grammar, you should stay tuned, because in this video I will present a different view and defend the answer that the word after in this sentence is indeed a preposition. However, before going any further, we should be aware about the difference between prescriptive grammar and descriptive grammar. Prescriptive grammar consists of strict instructions, often featuring words like should and must. For example, prepositions must always be followed by a noun or a noun phrase. Now, let's see what a website that is a proponent of prescriptive grammar has to say about the word after. The word after can be used as a preposition, an adverb, and a conjunction. When after is used as an adverb, it is not followed by a noun. And the example that is given is exactly similar to the question we are dealing with. But before putting forward my argument, I should discuss what descriptive grammar is. Descriptive grammar is concerned with how a language is actually used rather than giving strict instructions. And while discussing my position, I am going to draw heavily on the arguments put forward by Rodney Huddleston and Geoffrey Pullum in their books that you can see on the screen. In their book, A Student's Introduction to English Grammar, they have presented these 3 examples while discussing prepositions. Now, if you look carefully, these examples are similar to the ones we just read in the website that is based on prescriptive grammar. So they agree that in the traditional grammar, when the word before is followed by a noun phrase, it is considered a preposition. When the word before is followed by a clause, it is considered a conjunction. And when the word before is not followed by anything, it is considered an adverb in the traditional grammar. But they argue that it should not be the case. And to put forward their argument, they have used 3 separate examples given here. In the first sentence, the word no is followed by a noun phrase. In the second sentence, the word no is followed by a clause. And in the final sentence, the word no is not followed by anything. So the cases are similar. But if in these three sentences the word no is treated as a verb, regardless of the complements that follow, why should we treat prepositions any differently? That is exactly what they're arguing in their book. And they say that in all of these three cases, the word before should be treated as a preposition. You can pause and read what they have written at your leisure. Therefore, the answer to this question according to descriptive grammar is preposition. Now I can already anticipate some objections to this view. Some of you might say, then why ChatGPT and Gemini are also in favor of adverb? Well, what are these AI tools? They cannot think for themselves. They only regurgitate what is already available on the internet. And since prescriptive grammar or the traditional grammar is the predominant form of grammar, it is most likely to favor adverb. The second objection could be, but schools teach traditional grammar, so why bother? I agree that schools teach traditional grammar, but that should not stop us from broadening our understanding or keeping up with the recent developments in the field of English grammar. And as you might have already realized, that this video was not just about this particular question. Rather, it was an exploration of the nature of English grammar itself and why we should be careful while making definitive statements about it. So, feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you.